Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardeners. So some of you had questions related with the leca balls, how they can be used in the succulent soil mix. Also, I had another question, how many holes do we need to make in the plastic container? I would say one is more than enough. Now, this is not a regular practice that I do. I don't use a leca on a daily basis, but just because somebody had asked me how can we use leca in succulent potting, I would say do not use it in your regular soil mix. Don't mix it because you can see it's already very large. Of course, there are people who tend to use it, but if you're taking my advice, do not use it in the succulent mix. What you can do is you can use it at the base of the pot like this. You can use it like this. Let's say if you have a very deep pot, you can again go with this option as well. But if you want to use leca, I would advise this is one of the best way that you can use. Now, of course, after this, we will fill in our soil mix. Now, what the leca is going to do is it is going to help in drainage. And because leca tends to dry really fast, it will also pull out the excess moisture, especially if you have a plastic container like this, because usually the plastic container is the one that tends to retain moisture because it's a non-porous material. So that's about it, as you can see. Now I will be watering it, hence I'm not putting a succulent in this because I do not repot a new succulent and water immediately. So for that, I will give you an example. Let's say that this rock is a succulent. I'm going to keep it in the center. There is going to be enough space between the succulent and the edge of the pot. Now let's go ahead and water it. Now when you tend to water it, ensure you're watering only in the soil and not on the succulent. So this was going to give you an example of how well draining the soil can be. As you can see, the water has started to drain out from the pot. So leca tends to give you a very good drainage. If you want to use it, you can use leca in this form. There are other forms as well which people tend to use, but I don't go with that because I not only have a lot of succulents, I have other foliage plants, flowering plants, and I don't think I can give that much of time if I'm growing a succulent in only leca. Because if you're growing it only in leca, it is going to be quite tricky. Plus you have to add nutrients every now and then. There is a lot of care behind it and I don't want to complicate things. I want to keep it pretty simple. This kind of soil has been working out really well over the years and it has made my life less complicated. I don't need to give a lot of time to my succulents. Whenever I see that the soil is dry, I go ahead and water it. The water immediately starts to pass through the drain hole. The succulent is able to enjoy that moisture. It quickly takes a drink and then the soil starts to dry. Again, there are people that tend to grow succulents in different style. I don't know how well it tends to work. This is something that has been working out really well and I do not want to make any changes to it. As I said, I don't use leca on regular basis. This was just to show you guys how leca can be used. I just cover the drain hole with a piece of rock and then I fill it up with my soil mix. That's about it, nothing complicated, and that's it. The succulents do quite well in such kind of an arrangement. So that's about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep planting.